what it is, what's happening YouTube? It's your boy Srtfied, and I'm back with another banger for you guys. Y'all already know what's up. If you're not a subscriber to this channel yet, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. You know why? Because it don't cost me nothing. It don't cost you nothing. Just click that red button for me. And if this is your first time on this channel, welcome to Srtfied Official. So let's talk windshield protection. So if you own a Bronco, you already know how prone these windshields are to rock chips or even cracks. And though windshield protection can be applied to any vehicle, the Bronco definitely benefits from some type of windshield protection in order to prevent that. So there are a ton of products on the market that offers protection for your windshield, from ceramic coatings to actual full-on protection films. And the biggest difference between the two is that actual protection films gives you the most protection for your windshield, which is why I chose Exoshield. Alright, so before we dive into the actual contents of everything that's inside this box, because as you'll see shortly, this kit is very DIY friendly, I do want to give a disclaimer that this is not a how-to video. If you're interested in doing this yourself, or you're just trying to see what it takes, please go over to the Exoshield website because they do have a ton of videos and instructions to give you kind of an expectation of what it takes to do this install. And of course, YouTube searches help as well. That being said, my second disclaimer is that I'm not doing this myself because I've done my research and I just don't feel comfortable doing it myself. So I'm not too proud to say that I'm taking it over to a shop and having it done professionally. So I just want to point out as well that this kit, if you go over to the Exoshield website, there are two different versions of this kit. So they have the GT3 version, and of course I have the Ultra version. So those are the two. The biggest differences between the two is that the GT3 is essentially the same type of windshield protection. It's still a film that goes over your windshield, but it's not nearly as thick as the Ultra. The thicker the film, the more impact resistance you have against rock chips and potential windshield cracks. And also the Ultra does have a ceramic infused into the film itself, which prevents scratches from your windshield wiper, which essentially prolongs the life of the film itself. So that's the reason why I chose this particular line. So this kit comes with literally everything that you need for installation. The only thing that I recommend you get in addition to this kit is some more microfiber rags, because the one microfiber rag that they supply in this kit is going to get saturated really fast with the amount of slip solution that you're going to be using in order to get this job done. So inside the box itself, when you first open it up, this roll is going to be sitting here like such. And this bag is going to have all the items that you see here included. That's going to be stuffed inside the roll itself. So I sat everything out just for reference. On the lid itself, there are some pretty basic instructions. However, it's cool to note that they give you a QR code for an installation video, which I do recommend you watch before trying to attempt this installation yourself, just so you know what you're getting into. They do give you a pamphlet that also has some pretty detailed instructions on the actual installation and some post-care instructions. Now, there is a little card right here that I found pretty interesting about this kit, which lets you know that this kit is pre-heat treated and pre-shrunk to the curvature of the windshield, which means that there is no heat gun required in order to get this job done. Nice. Literally everything is right here. They do provide you with a pretty robust squeegee, which based on the reviews and videos that I've seen comes in real handy, because the amount of pressure that you're going to have to use in order to get the moisture out, this squeegee does a really good job doing so. This is a scrubbing pad in order to clean your windshield prior to your slip solution, and a spray bottle that you're going to mix your slip solution and water into, your microfiber rag, and of course a rubber ducky that they provided in the kit as well. If you know, you know. But that's everything that comes in this kit. So of course I had to bring my Bronco over to my people here at Nice Tents. This is the exact same business that did my window tint a little over a year and a half ago when I first got my Bronco, and they did a phenomenal job. So who else would I trust to do this type of install? All right, so I just paid for everything, literally just got it out the shop, and this is what it looks like. You can barely tell that it's on. I will say there's some waviness in the film that's to be expected, and it's actually similar to what window tinting is. I don't know if the camera can really make out the waviness, but it's barely noticeable. It's not crazy noticeable, it's barely noticeable. One thing I do want to note, they literally took 20 minutes. I looked at the instruction and the instruction said 20 minutes, and I'm like, I don't really believe it's gonna be 20 minutes, but they literally took 20 minutes to get everything installed. He said it was probably one of the simplest PPF installs on a windshield that he's done, and he's interested in knowing how it holds up because this was their first time doing it on a Bronco with the pre-cut film that you guys just saw. So I'm gonna give you guys a review. This is my first impressions, and literally looking through the windshield, you can barely notice that it's on there. Like I said, all you see is the waviness, which is gonna disappear within a couple of days. So you can barely notice that it's on there. I cannot use my windshield wipers. I can't pressure wash it for a good 2 to 3 days, which is to be expected. So if you're gonna do this on a hot day. Today it's really hot. It's about 97 degrees out right now. So I feel like if you're gonna do this, the summer months will be perfect because you have to park the vehicle outside in the sun for a couple of days for it to fully cure. But anyways, I have a long road trip planned here in the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to give you guys in the next shot a thorough review of what I think and how this windshield PPF holds up.
One eternity later.
All right, so it's been about 5 months and a little over 8,000 miles that I've put on the Bronco since getting the Exoshield installed. And I know 8,000 miles is a lot of miles in 5 months, but that includes 2 road trips, and I mean 10-hour road trips back and forth. It's also been exposed to extreme weather conditions, from heavy rainfalls to extreme temperatures. Obviously not extreme cold temperatures because it's the summer months, and I'll make a video later on down the line on how this product holds up in those type of conditions. But it gives me an actual good opportunity to let you guys know if this product is truly worth it. All right, so now that we got that out the way, I do want to give you guys a couple of tips and some things that I've noticed since the install. So for one, prep is key, and I don't necessarily mean the prep portion of the actual install piece of the Exoshield. I mean, if you have any type of rock chips or blemishes on your windshield, get those fixed first. This windshield film is not a solution to rock chips. All right, your rock chips are still going to be visible if you don't get those filled and or fixed before this install, so make sure you get those fixed. And those rock chips could also cause premature bubbling and premature failure of this product. Now, that being said, note that this is not a permanent solution to your windshield. This is not one of those installs to where you do it once in your lifetime and you never have to change it again. It's similar to wraps, it's similar to PPF films on your vehicle. Yes, you'll definitely get some years out of it, but it's to be expected that eventually this product is going to need to be replaced. It's going to fade, it's going to scratch, things of that nature. But this product should last you quite a while depending on how you take care of it. So speaking of care, similar to your car's paint, it is highly recommended that any type of bird droppings, any type of bugs, or road carnage is what I like to call it, you get that stuff cleaned off as quickly as possible, because if you've ever dealt with any type of vehicle wrap or paint protection film, the longer you let that stuff sit on there, eventually it's just going to stain it, and it's going to almost I don't want to say that it's marring it, but it's definitely going to stain it. It's going to make it that much harder to get off, and in some cases you won't be able to get it off. And with this type of film, it's not like paint where you can just easily polish it off. It's going to be in there, and you don't want that stuff to really, you know, mess up your film, and it's just not going to look good. So clean it off as fast as possible. Does not necessarily mean that if as soon as you see a bird dropping that you have to get it immediately. I've had situations where a bird dropping was on there for about 3 to 4 days and used a quick detailer spray and it wiped right off. So the cleaning aspect is very simple. It's very similar to cleaning your normal windshield. So it's very easy to clean, it's very easy to maintain, but I do recommend that you clean those bird droppings or road carnage off as soon as possible, to keep it as looking as fresh as possible as well. The other aspect I want to talk about is the windshield wipers.
So one thing I did notice is that I do now have windshield wiper chatter. So as you saw, that chatter is definitely annoying, and that chatter wasn't there prior to getting this film installed. But I will say that probably can go away with a new set of windshield wipers or getting the film itself ceramic coated. I will say this, that I've had these windshield wipers on the vehicle since I purchased it. I've only changed out the rear ones. The front ones are still the same ones. So maybe with a new set of wipers that will go away, but that's just something to keep in mind. Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention post install is that after it sat in the sun for about an hour or two, it was really hot that day. I promise you, it was extremely hot that day. But after it sat in the sun for about an hour or two, I started noticing a ton of bubbles appear. So I don't know if it was due to how it was installed, if the squeegeeing just wasn't properly done, but those bubbles went away after about 2 weeks. Yes, it took that long, but they did go away. As you guys see, I don't have any of those bubbles on the windshield anymore. If you see anything on the windshield right now, it's probably because it's dirty. I haven't washed my vehicle, but I can assure you all those bubbles and stuff are gone. So it took a while for them to go away, but nonetheless they did go away. So if you experience that after your install, be patient, leave your vehicle out in the sun. One thing that I've noticed helped is getting one of those little reflective windshield visors to kind of reflect the sun and kind of bake it on both sides. I don't know if that really helped out or not, but nonetheless, after about a week or two, those bubbles definitely went away. So all in all, do I feel like Exoshield was worth the investment on my Bronco, even with the minor inconveniences such as the windshield wiper judder and the extra care that's necessary to, get the most out of this product? And I would say yeah, and here's why. I called 6 shops to get a quote on just a windshield replacement on the Bronco, and I've gotten quotes as low as $600 and as high as $1,200. That is insane, $1,200 for a windshield. You be the judge. And for those that live in states and have insurance that cover free windshield replacement once a year, I just feel like it's an inconvenience. Even if it's free, it's an inconvenience to have to take your vehicle to a shop and have them replace your windshield, because for those that have ever gotten a windshield replaced on their vehicle, the vehicle just does not feel the same. And in some cases, it just causes more issues. So you be the judge. It's up to you if you want to make that purchase and feel like it's an investment for your vehicle. But for me, I highly recommend Exoshield as a product for your Bronco, especially if you're doing a lot of off-roading. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Srtfied_official. Make sure you hashtag salute and certified drip on all your pictures and videos to show love and support to the channel. And until next time, YouTube, I hope y'all have a good day.